What's up, everybody? Rod J back in to take a look at another beer. Thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Today I'm going to take a look at one from out of Los Angeles. This is from Golden Road Brewing. It is their back home Gingerbread Stout. Comes in at 8.5% ABV, 45 IBU. Nice looking can, as you can tell. It was one of the winter beers that they actually still had out there. They talk about notes of cinnamon, nutmeg, candy orange peel, and vanilla dance with rich chocolate malt for a festive holiday treat. Stout is brewed with fresh ginger and a balanced blend of secret spices. Let's go ahead and get it open and get into the glass so we can check it out. Now for this, I'm actually going to use one of my other stout glasses. It's actually the Samuel Smith stout glass. So I do not have one from Golden Road, so I grabbed the other one that I do have. And as you can see there, pours out a pretty decent stout. It's got a nice 2 to 3 finger head on it that sits as that mocha brown type color. The body of itself, not fully a jet black, but a very dark brown color with the reddish tinter on the bottom. Very similar to what you would see on a Guinness. And if you don't know, Guinness does not call theirs jet black either. Some people have assumed that that was the case, and it actually is not. Bubble action, as far as on the head, very nice. We've got some pretty good different size bubbles from small to medium to large, and it's breaking down pretty nicely, so it should leave a little bit of a lacing behind there, but a decent looking stout. The aroma, some of the nice spices coming off, you definitely get that gingerbread presence about it, but you have a nice spice kick. You pick up some of the things like the nutmeg, you pick up the vanilla as mentioned. Pretty good blast of cinnamon coming out. I mean, if you were baking gingerbread cookies, this aroma is very similar to that. And I do get some of that candy smell as well from essentially, like it makes mention of that orange peel. You do pick up some of that in here taking place. I mean, and reminiscing and thinking about Christmas, this is kind of like Christmas in a glass, really. But it's got a nice, decent aroma to it. Like I said, I like that you don't have to sniff really hard. It comes out of the glass pretty easily. So yeah, I think this is going to lace the glass nicely as it goes down. Still staying pretty foamy, as you can see there as well. As far as the taste, now it's got a nice creaminess on it, and you feel the bitterness to the tip of the tongue from that initial bite, but on the back end it has a smoothness and a creaminess to it as well as it goes down. One of the things I'll say about this beer, like many of the stouts, if you let it sit for a little bit and let it get a little bit of warmth on it, get it to, you know, like a good, what would be maybe like a cellar temperature, you get it around that 45 to 50 degree, it really opens up the flavor, it opens up the aromas of it. And when I've had this one ice cold, you don't really get a lot of that, and you get a little bit more of a sting on it. Letting it warm up, and I let this sit out of the fridge for about 15 minutes, actually has brought a nice smooth creaminess to it that you can sit back and enjoy. Getting a great duration of the flavors, can taste the gingerbread type flavor around the mouth right now. It'd be a nice one I could kick back with a cigar and just let it sit there for a little bit, and I'm not going to lose anything off of it. I really do like the duration that's made on this one. It's got like that nice creaminess on the texture, almost reminiscent of, like, say, a milk type stout. It gets off the tongue very nicely, has a nice pop. You kind of get that tingling feeling going in the cheeks. Again, one of those stouts that has like a little bit of a chewiness that starts to follow, really gets the mouth dancing. At the 45 IBU, not overly bitter. You do feel a little bit of that sting from some of the bitterness, but it breaks off nice on the back end when it goes to that finish. Like I said, that nice creaminess kind of slides right down the throat, leaves behind a nice presence of the beer being there. You feel it on the tongue, you feel it in the cheeks, you feel it in the roof of the mouth. Really gets around nicely. And I also pick up a little bit of that sense of the flavor in the taste as well. Kind of got that little bit of the nutmeg and the cinnamon. You're kind of getting that dancing a little bit in the mouth too. Not too overly strong. As far as bitterness, not overly bitter at all. Good carbonation on it. Not feeling as much. I'm feeling a little bit in the chest, but not really feeling over carbonated. The body is definitely a full body on this one. This is not something you would want to pound these like on a warm day, which makes them perfectly suitable for the winter months and the colder months. It's got a nice decent taste on it. It's got a nice, decent body on it. Pretty good, decent beer from Golden Road, and this is the first one I've actually had for them in Outland, LA, and they've done a good job. Golden Road, Back Home Gingerbread Stout. Not sure on all the availability. Like I said, I've actually had this one for probably about 2 or 3 months, and I had it actually cellar, so it was actually fine. The taste actually now compared to when I first had it is even a little bit smoother. So yeah, you can feel comfortable putting this one in the cellar as well. 8.5%. With that all being said, thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Cheers, and I look forward to catching you next time. Keep drinking good craft beers.